What is up, guys? Zan here from the ZAN Madden YouTube channel. I want to do something a little bit different for you guys today. Full disclosure, I've actually got plumbers here at the house working on some stuff. So with them making noise, they're on break right now. I figured I had time to maybe shoot a quick commentary for you guys playing some next gen. So we're just going to go ahead and hop right into it here. We are on the all Madden difficulty. I think that this is something that I've talked about a fair amount in the few videos that I've done talking about next gen. I really think that in general, when you play this game, and I've urged you guys to play next gen as much as you possibly can to try to get used to the way players move. I really do think that the biggest drawback on All Pro is that whatever the play recognition is throttled down to is probably the biggest issue with the game. So, you know, when I play on All Madden, it's not that the locomotion is better. I think it's that the play recognition allows the defenders to recognize things, whether that's, you know, play recognition in the run fit, or play recognition converting from zone drops into match, or play recognition for break on ball potential. Those are all elements that I find that the game just does not play very clean on All Pro that it kind of does in All Madden. But right here into this video, I wanted to kind of run a little bit of my offense here. My defense is I missed a wide open crossing route. Looked like a little man coverage look there. That's the other thing about the game on All Madden. I love vintage style Madden. Previous play, before that era ever came in with Coach Glass back in Madden 25, basically playing this game, and you know, you're responsible for seeing what your opponent is in at all times. To me, that is really the big draw. Now, it looks to me like right here in this game, we're playing against somebody who kind of knows what they're doing. A little bit of 3-3-5 into 3-3-5 wide. Looks like a little bit of a man coverage look here. It is man coverage. Actually, no, it ended up being zone. So we're going to go ahead and try to check that down in the flat. So right there, it looked like the nickel corner traveled. I got a man read, trusted my call right there, and it ended up not being the right call. So ends up being here 3rd and long to start the ball game. Not a great start for me at all. I do feel pretty confident defensively though, so I'm not afraid to punt the ball in this year's game on next gen. If you were to ask me 2 weeks ago, would I, you know, punt the ball ever, I probably would have told you no, or that I would actually, that I would never go for it. So, you know, kind of funny how the year changes. Last time we kind of played that 3-3-5 wide, so I'm anticipating, you know, a cover 3 rotation, a little bit of a man coverage look here, maybe some match. I'm going to check it down underneath. I am going to go for this by making it, you know, a manageable down and distance here on 4th down and 7. Right now, I'm currently running my flip trips offense that I installed in the vault on Gridiron back in late June. So it's actually a it's a pretty darn good little scheme that I can kind of base out of, and I find that I'm doing a pretty solid job of being able to beat most coverages out of it. So again, we're kind of getting a cross man look here, and we're gonna get shedded. So turnover on downs to start the ball game. Not an ideal start for a commentary, that's for sure. Most channels you guys probably watch, you guys see guys just flood people, but you know, we're gonna fight through it here. A couple sheds, you know, trying to get this video going here early on, maybe not the attention to detail that I normally would have, but it looks like he's going to start off in a little trips tight end. And I just realized that actually I have my ability set for squads. Last night we were playing some squads, myself, the Ragman, so I don't have my run chem set at all in this ball game. So we're gonna see how this goes. A little bit of motion. This is some meta stuff right here, honestly. Yeah, we're gonna run some inside zone, and he's gonna eat a hit stick. Now, I will say with the abilities on this team, I want to say I have 3 safeties that are, I believe they are like enforcer, deflators, and pick artists. So there are 3 players on the field that can, you know, do a pretty solid job for me here. But my concern is going to be obviously the run and you know, the inside zone, you know, where I need that inside stuff ability. I personally find that, you know, like I mentioned in that video just earlier last week, you do really need run stopping abilities in this game. I mean, truthfully, I think you do. So right here, again, motion to Braylon to the opposite side. This is your current gen trips tight end meta. You know, you got to watch out for the corners. He's going to go to that post. This is that curl flat delay fade. I'm sorry, delay Texas route, and he's going to make it 3rd and inches. So obviously right here, this is a running down. We're facing somebody who does know the competitive meta. This is your Oakland Raiders curl flat. You know, I'm waiting to see 2 running backs pop up on my screen here as we kind of get into this here. But again, We're now in, yeah, there's that inside zone. That's where you really miss those double inside stuffs that I normally have on my 2D tackles in this formation. But nonetheless, he's going to get a first down and goal right here. I don't think he's going to be able to do too much. Here we go, a little bunch tight end. So I'm going to set up my rollout delay fade offense here. See if we can't prevent him from getting out there. I am going to maybe shift. He's going to run inside zone. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't have those inside stuffs. It's a must. It's a must. And this video should be a testament. I hit record before I ever switched my abilities right here. This game is so simple, stupid offensively. You are going to be able to run the ball if your opponents don't have run stopping abilities. It is that simple when you play this game. That should really be the first thing that you notice as you start off. So I got myself in a little bit of a hole here early on in this one. We're down 7-0. I went 3 and out, 4 and out on my first drive, gave up inside zones in a delay route. I mean, the vibe that I get from this guy is that he's going to run the ball and he's going to throw delay fades and that delay Texas route. He's going to try to see if he can maybe find a post over the middle or a corner out. I don't think he's going to be too dotty with it. So, you know, we're just gonna have to make sure that we're playing some downhill run defense in the 2-4-5 that we're in right now. But let's see if we can have a better drive here to start the second drive of the ball game as we catch a crease, and Tyreek Hill apparently not 99 speed as he's drugged down from behind by I'm not even sure who that is, but as you guys know, the player with the ball in his hands is the slowest player in the game at all times. So, you know, Tyreek Hill with 99 speed, 99 excel straight line speed, you're expecting a touchdown in that spot, but obviously no dice right there. So let's go ahead and get it going here. We got ourselves I mean, I'm gonna guess that this is, again, he's playing a lot of man coverage, so I'm gonna take advantage of the fact that I've got 2 short in elites here that I'm gonna work with Calvin and Ayuk in the seam, in the slot. You see right there, I can hit that. That is a little bit of a match coverage right there. Get a little double juke back to the outside. There we go. We move the chains, gain of 11. As long as I'm not getting shedded, I think we're going to be okay here. A little bit of a man match style defense. This isn't too darn difficult to deal with. I think that, in fact, I'm gonna hit a little trick here that I put in the vault on Gridiron earlier this year if I can get time. It doesn't look like I'm going to. We do get into a flooding combo here. Got a little bit of a contain. I'm going to scramble up the middle here, and I'm going to pick up a gain of about 7. Now, those of you want to know what's on my quarterback, I run a cocktail of recuperation, escape artist, gunslinger, and hot route master. The recuperation is really, really important for this offense for me personally, because I want to make sure that Lamar does not fumble. You'll notice that Lamar is arguably the worst quarterback in the game with fumbling, but you put recuperation on him and he turns into one of the best in the game. So here we go, another man coverage look. I'm gonna chuck this up, probably out of bounds. Ayuk, yeah, I was gonna say I had a step right there. He went to a little bit of a man coverage. I want to see if I could exploit the linebacker there. It's gonna be 3rd down and 2 here on this play. I'm probably gonna go ahead and go inside zone, a little quick snap here. Yeah. And of course, he got an instant shed. Again, I'm showing you guys how important the run stopping abilities are in the game. You can be in, for all intents and purposes, a terrible run defensive alignment, which is what he was in right there. And you saw number 97 just auto sheds and gets him that stop. Right here on this play, I'm going to go to one of my favorites. Again, the recuperation is really important. If you notice here, I'm going back and forth between my formations. He's going to recover at a faster rate. I'm going to go ahead and see here. We're actually going to burn a timeout just because this is an important down and distance. Lamar's a little yellow. Again, if he's tired at all, you want to make sure that you're not taking hits with the quarterback. The other thing you have to consider is that accuracy wanes the more tired you are, and your gunslinger becomes less effective the more tired you are. So those are things that you always have to keep an eye on. The quarterback is the most important position on the field in real life, and certainly is in this game. Now I'm going to double check his abilities here. Looks like he's got no outsiders, no inside stuff though. So here we go. He does a little bit of a right bumper trip. I'm able to juke him. We catch a block. Lamar breaks a tackle. Huge gain of 20 right there. So moving and grooving. Second quarter is going to begin here. Game's going quickly when he's running the ball, and I'm, you know, efficient passing wise. You have to think I'm 3 for 3, I believe, passing right now. Or no, I'm 3 for 4. I'm running the ball a little bit. Clock's going to move. Clock is going to move. Thing I have to pay attention to right here with 5 minutes left, top of the second quarter, here in the first half is I have to make sure that with him having ball at half, that I'm trying to ensure that I get another drive in this quarter. So I really need to make sure that I'm trying to air the ball out a little bit right here, clock stop or touchdown, you know, that type of approach. You know, he's been running a lot of match coverage here, so I'm going to go ahead and see if I can work. Let's see, we've got delay game as I'm explaining to you guys. You see, it's a little bit tough to do these recordings at the same time. I actually don't mind in this spot backing up a little bit. He's been playing a lot of match coverage. So I'm actually going to call the play flood, and I'm going to go ahead and set a, I'm going to set a backside skinny and a wheel route. So you see right here, here's the match coverage. We're going to hit A in the flat, and I'm gonna step out of bounds. One of the biggest problems with this game, far and away, and the constant not getting 2 feet in, the constant over animating, the constant, you know, catch holes that have been in this game over the last few years. We're all tired of them, and I've heard the rumors that the user catch could potentially be back next year. I am thrilled about it. I'm thrilled about it. Calls a cover 3 double Mabel right there, the worst defense on next gen. I'm able to hit Derrick Henry and fall into the end zone for a touchdown. Again, I told you guys in that video just last week, double Mabel is not a good defense on next gen. You saw right there that you had 3 sideline zones there on the left, 3 on the right. His user was responsible for everything in between the numbers. I had Ayuk, I had the running back. He just stood there in the middle of the field. I mean, it's a really, really difficult defense to run. Very, very, very difficult. Nonetheless, I end up tying the ball game here, 7-7, 4:50 to go here in the half. I should get another possession. I am going to say right here, I'm going to play a little bit more aggressive for 2 reasons. 1, I want to try to force a turnover. And 2, if I do get dotted up playing aggressive, those are big plays. The last thing I want is him matriculating his way down the field and kicking a field goal or scoring with like 20 seconds left in the first half. I want to ensure that I'm getting some points on the board, so that way a stop in the second half can win me a ball game. So here we go here. I'm going to go ahead and shift over. I'm running a little bit of a hybrid look right here. And again, I'm really missing those inside stuffs. Really, really missing. So like I said, I played some squads last night with Ragusa and Justice Parker, former Texas Tech Red Raider. Our team is insane when we actually play online, but we have 3 users on the field. So it's you know, a little bit easier to stop the run without run stopping chems. So right here, I'm going to play a little bit of gap, you know, some stunting up front or some shifting. Just try to get him thinking about it. Looks like he's IDing some Mike here. Yeah, he's gonna run the ball. This guy doesn't want to throw. I got that vibe immediately from this guy. So what I'm actually gonna do here is, since I have abilities at the safety spot, I think I'm going to go ahead and throw my other linebacker as my enforcer deflator there. And honestly, I think this should help. This should probably help quite a bit. I'm gonna play a little bit of some quarters here. I'm gonna walk Sean Taylor down. I'm gonna bring Taylor Mays down. Get those safeties playing run first assignments and then reacting to the flow. Little quarters action. So now I'm responsible for the left slot play action. Gonna be looking at crossers, and we're there for a sack. Delay fade. Like I told you, this guy's not going to throw the ball downfield. I got that vibe initially. As soon as I saw what he was doing, I knew this is how he's going to play. You know, this is not a guy that I have to worry too much about anything other than delay fades, which is okay. It is a little bit of a challenge on next gen, but I think we'll be all right. We're in nickel 3-3-5 wide here. I'm gonna actually protect the sticks, and I'm gonna play Montez Sweat in a spy. Actually, I really don't like this defense. I'm gonna contain here because I think he's gonna panic. I am protecting sticks. Yeah, here's inside zone, and yeah, this guy is not too much to be worried about, I don't think. No disrespect to my opponent, but it's all inside zones and delay routes so far. We'll see if he wants to throw the ball to anything here. I think right here we're going to go ahead and set up a little bit of a zone blitz. I'm going to show you guys that shadow blitzing tip that I broke down. So I'm going to try to give him a look of something here, make him think it's coverage to the right, but really I'm bringing pressure. And we're there. So it looked like we had pressure off the right edge and we got a shed off the left. Nothing doing right there. 240 and ticking. I think he's gonna go for this. Yeah, he is. He's gonna go for this. I think this is a bad decision. Obviously, I'm gonna drop my zones here situationally to 20. I'm gonna play right at the sticks, and we're gonna do the exact same thing. The exact same thing. And I'm actually going to play my left hook on the field at 20 yards. So we're playing basically 2 stick players on the left, pressure off the right. Yeah. He wants to punt here. He definitely wants to punt here. So, or maybe he didn't like what he was in. We'll see what he's going to do. I'm not going to let him have time, I don't think, on this play. Yeah, he's back in that gun bunch. Let's go ahead and do this again. I'm going to set up the exact same thing. Here we go. And I think one thing that's really important for you guys to understand, don't hold turbo on defense. This is an important tip. Pressure, and I'm there. Yeah, this guy, let's get out of here and juke. Yeah, dude, the player with the ball in his hand is the slowest player on the field. I think I set up that play pretty well. You know, in that spot, I wanted to bring a cover 2 blitz, have a deep half over the bunch side. On the backside, you know, there's that solo receiver and the running back. The running back's not a threat to get out to the sticks at that point. He really is needed to stay in and block. And then obviously, you know, that solo receiver on the backside has to deal with the 20-yard flat dropping to the sticks. And then inside there's a 20-yard zone. So really there's nothing that he's going to be able to run that I have to worry about guarding. That allowed me to get out underneath the throw that he made. Again, back with this double Mabel style defense, everything to the sidelines. You know, if you're going to leave a lot to the user in the middle of the field, you're going to be in trouble. And now you can see the momentum has clearly shifted. So a slow start for me on that first drive, a couple sheds got to me. But all in all, I think we're safe. I think we're pretty safe right here. This looks like a man coverage call. So the key here is going to be making sure that we get the block on the point of attack. Let's see. He tries to shoot through the middle, and he actually got a shed from Gaston now, so that's really unfortunate. It's okay though. Clock should be moving here. Yeah, it is. 2nd down and 11. Let's see. I'm gonna go to something that's a little bit of a next gen special. I love the spread offensive playbook. I know a number of you guys are going to be asking what playbook I'm in the comments. I am in the spread playbook. This is the pass balance. You have to go get one of those. Custom packs, like those fantasy packs for the alternate playbooks. So you can see here 2 pitch men. We're going to go ahead and snap it, read it, pitch up and inside, get our block from our pulling guard, and Derrick Henry down inside the 10 to the 1 yard line. I love that play. It is probably one of my favorite calls in the game. It's a little speed option, inside outside with the quarterback option, or the pitch to the outside back. If they overcommit to that with their user, you pitch up inside and use that pulling block to cut. Perfect execution right there. And I'm gonna let the clock tick. I'm gonna let it, I've got 2 timeouts. They aren't really gonna be something I'm gonna have to worry about. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna set up the YouTube video from a little bit back. This guy's gonna tap out, it looks like. Of course you are, because you're soft. All right, so we got another one here. Let's see what happens here. That first one was obviously a tap out. Things looked really dark there early on. 4 and out for me, you know, and then I was giving up a score. And then, you know, obviously he ran all that meta stuff from the current gen version of the game, ended up getting beat pretty handedly. It felt like it was going to slip away, you know, so he gave up on it. So we got another matchup here. Obviously, again, this is on next gen. I haven't done hardly any next gen content, starting to get into that flow here as we're heading into Madden 22. Just want to remind you guys, definitely make sure you guys are checking out gridirongameplans.gg. We are going to be running a pre-sale. We are currently running a pre-sale. You guys can get the full year's worth of content. That's weekly next gen vault updates. That's going to be all current gen content that gets posted on the website. And obviously all offensive and defensive game plans, as well as access to our Discord server. That will all be included. And again, I made that mistake of not changing my abilities in between games, but whatever. Let's just go ahead and do it here. Gonna check into a little bit of a different look here. And he's scrambling. You gotta watch out here. Normally I'm the type of player that, you know, has a good idea of what I want to do here with the quarterback scramble right there. I kind of got myself unprepared there to start. Let's see if we can find our there we go. All right, we're gonna call a little 3 buzz, little 3 match here. quick to the flat, rally. There's a little spin. All right, so he's got spin specialist or evasive on his running back, one of the two. So we'll definitely have to keep an eye on that. Looks like he's in a little bit of a gun split close style offense, probably some heavy checkdowns in the flat. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do, okay, we're in some single back ace close. So this is a stretch formation in a bench formation. So I'm going to walk both my safeties down, and we're going to play, you know, run first, and you know, try to take away those quick out routes. Here's that stretch call, and we've got the big hitters on both sides, inside and outside of that stretch call. Ran it into the boundary there instead of the field. Usually not a good idea. Tried to run it away from the nickel corner, so I think he was just doing a hat count right there. Ended up not working out for him. Again, back into that single back ace close. I'm gonna you know, walk both of them down again, and this time I'm gonna try to trap a quick throw to the left flat. Nope, he's going stretch the other direction. Jukes back to the inside. Yeah, all right, so now we're punting. So good play on the first call, you know, was able to get that spin move out in the flat, but this guy looks really running back centric, really running back centric. So one of the things that I mentioned, obviously, was we won't have our run stopping abilities here. So I'm trying to, you know, get myself into a spot where we are able to, let's make sure that we're good here. Yeah, we're in a good spot. We're in a good spot. I'm going to take away that scramble. Oh, there we go. Let's see. And I accidentally hit right bumper right as he snapped the ball. So my guy tripped and fell, or tripped out into the flat. That's where I would have been, but I give up the first down. Really unfortunate. Again, like, you know, these are legacy issues in the game. Stuff I can't stand, you know, trying to adjust a player individually and that button registers as the ball snapped. Like, fix that. Get that out of the game. I don't know how consistently we end up with that being a thing in this game, but we do. So again, both of our hitters, we got 3 hitters down at the second level with Enforcer Deflator, trying to take away, you know, the run game, anything over the middle. There he goes. He spun right into a hit from 2 of them, but fortunately for him, it was kind of like a conservative wrap tackle. I don't anticipate this being a tough game. This looks like another double table routes, quick post over the middle type of approach. Really, I think that this is going to be stretch, spin, flat, spin, table, or a post route over the middle, and pray, you know. There again, another spin right into a tackle. That one, he's able to fall forward. I don't know if you guys can hear this. When the game cuts outside of the stadium, you lose the crowd noise. Hopefully that's something that's fixed. That's just, you know, like a quality of life improvement, I feel like. Let's go. Hard flat there. Could see a power O maybe right here. Yep, hard flat, and we wrap up. I think it's gonna be 4th and short. It is gonna be 4th and short right here. That's a hell of a tackle right there by Sean Springs. Little split close pats right here again. So my whole thought process here is he's gonna be looking quick to the flat or the post over the middle. I'm gonna take away the power O. I'm gonna take away the power O right here. Make a tackle. Yeah, I would say that's a hard flat call right there. So I went with a little bit of quarters match. I got rid of my quarter flats. I shaded underneath into hard flats. So had he run anything that was actually requiring a match, like if he had wheeled those running backs and waited, wide open, would have been a touchdown, truthfully. So, you know, just playing off of his tendencies, I think that that's something that could be a talking point as it pertains to playing next gen. The one thing that I find on next gen that you need to do more so than current gen is you really have to pay attention to detail. You know, on current gen, it's kind of a set and forget it defensive meta. Truthfully, this guy's gonna lurk in the middle of the field with the D tackle. I'm just gonna keep it manageable, stay on schedule, slide there, gain a 6. But you really do have to pay attention to tendency. Really important. I mean, I'm getting a man read right here. You see both those guys lined up directly over my my 2 slot receivers on the right. So I'm just gonna go ahead and, you know, use those inside those short in elites just to cook people. I'm gonna get shedded. I'm gonna ditch this. It was actually a pretty good coverage call. I'm gonna have to kind of check the safety rotation again on that. I was expecting guys to work against those 2 slot players, and it didn't actually end up being what I think. So based off of that last call, I'm gonna call kind of like a spacing concept. I'm gonna run a curl and a hitch, and I'm gonna run a ghost and an out. So this is all underneath. Make him have to commit with the user to something or nothing, and we're able to hit Megatron inside, for a nice gain of 9 right there. So get ourselves a first down, get it going. Notice mostly a 4-down lineman rush here, no crazy blitzing from the second level. I think right here I'm going to call a little bit of an inside zone read option call, because I want to see if I can take advantage of that wide 9 on the left. You see all the action on the defense is kind of basically man aligned over to the right. So I'm banking on 77 to do his job. I'm going to read that read man with the R over his head. If he crashes down, I'm pulling with the quarterback. If he stays home, I'm handing it off. Crashes down, I'm getting outside. And we didn't get a great block from our outside receiver right there on the corner, but had we gotten a little bit more, we could have picked up a huge gain right there. Nonetheless, 2nd and 2. And my bad, I called a play right there. We'll take it to the quarter. So again, here, we know we have ball at half. So my whole goal right here is not necessarily to throttle down, but just to be mindful of the clock situation and what my opponent is going to have coming back the other way. If I do score, how much time they're going to have. Here on 2nd down and 2, this is beautiful because I really can go ahead and I'm actually going to widen this out even further by going into a tray open offset, just to kind of get those linebackers out of the box a little bit more. I really need a good block out of Megatron right here at the point of attack. But worst case scenario, we're going to work 30 seconds off the clock and pick up the first down on 3rd and short. Otherwise, we got a fresh set of downs. Good block by Megatron. We pick up the first down. Now we're 32 yards away. So you're doing this in your head. That's 2 first downs before you're in goal to go. I could, if this guy is struggling to stop the run, he doesn't have run stopping abilities on his line, take this to half or pretty darn close to it. So I'm going to make sure that I'm trying to take as much of this clock with me. Now this motion, I'm going to try to get the backside backer out of the box. This is a trap call, so we should combo block up to the inside backer on the left and trap the outside. Well, I guess right here we're going to end up kind of throwing a different block. Well, so much for taking the clock with me. We're going to score here on this drive pretty quickly. Guys, defense is rather soft in terms of the run game. I don't know if maybe he's pass committing, but guys are on their heels right now, and I'm feeling pretty good about life as we go here. We're going to go to the bunch. This is my favorite red zone play. I've broken this down on the YouTube channel. Again, you're going to find that I run the stuff that I post, man. This isn't shade at anybody at all, but you'll be hard pressed to find more people that actually put out the stuff they run and then actually run it, as we got an instant shed, and that's going to back us up. I was trying to get out of the pocket right there and throw it away. As you can see there, it's pretty hard to run with your quarterback in this game. No worries though. No worries though. I think we're okay. I'm going to go back to my main offense, which is that flip trips. And I'm going to flip this trips to the wide. I don't think that he's in man. He might be in some sort of interesting looking match call. I'm going to try to watch the safeties a little bit more closely here. Split field, bails out with his D tackle, allows me to get back inside the 10. So now we're 3rd and goal from the 8, much more manageable. Right here, if he's gonna continue to user Geno Atkins, I'm going to put him in a bad spot. So I'm going to run a little trail concept here. So basically the goal right here is to hopefully pull that user, and I can hit the angle route in the back of the end zone, or just scramble in. And we're going to be in a go for it. This is definitely a go for it. Yeah, we're definitely gonna go for it. I'm gonna let this tick all the way down, use my recoup, and we are going to most certainly go for this. I might even take the timeout depending on how healthy he is. Again, going back and forth, you're gonna notice that the recoup heals the quarterbacks twice as quickly. I went in blue for this play. I mean, this is a huge play. This is basically a game-winning play right here. And the reason that I say that is I think that again, my approach on the second drive defensively in the first half is to play aggressive. That's for me, what I do is I want to ensure I get ball back, especially if I have ball at half, to do some damage and get that double dip. So we're going to go right back to our goal line hitter play here. I don't need to overread this necessarily. Okay. So we're in goal line. One of the things that we know about goal line is that it's actually really, really tough because it's a man coverage defense. So I've got the ability to hit either A or Y. The only thing is whether or not A is going to get his feet down back to the end zone. There we go. We're in. So the problem is you can't call goal line in that spot because you're telling your opponent it's man coverage. And I'm okay right there with the 2 short in elites. I know Megatron's going to get separation against a linebacker. I knew Ayuk in the slot against his linebacker was going to get separation. That's a tough formation because I'm in a power run formation, as you guys have seen. But really the issue is for my opponent is they have to respect the run. So they're calling that 5 or 6 down lineman front, and it's all, you know, 0 behind it, 0 coverage. So, you know, man to man, if you get beat, it's a touchdown in so many spots on the field, and the user can't really hide all those holes like it can on current gen. So again, that's just another area where it's like, okay, like you're not going to be able to, you know, just run goal line and, you know, stop everything with your user. It's just not, it's not going to happen. So again, nothing really to worry about here. I think honestly, I think this game's over. I do. I am going to play a little bit of match here. He's going to throw the flat. Inevitably, he's going to throw the flat right away. Here it comes. Little drag underneath. Good route. Good route. That's on me, actually. That was my 3-rec hook. And again, you see just how difficult it can be to use in the middle of the field. Even when that's my assignment, I got absolutely roasted. So he is going kind of 5 out, you know, base blocking call, nothing too crazy. So I'm going to set up that same blitz style scheme that I'm running. The other thing that's really, and I've never actually talked about this on the YouTube channel, but when somebody's in compression, it makes disguising your blitz intent so much easier. So I'm going to call something here. I'm going to bring blitz off the both edges, and I'm going to play hard to the flat on both sides. Well, didn't get the time. I got the quick snap right there. But you saw right there, if he's gonna read, his primary reads are, you know, behind the line of scrimmage. What I want to do is I want to put myself in a spot where if I take away those first 2 reads, if 1 is short left and 2 is short right, I'm getting pressure at that point. So again, right here, we know this is the stretch play. He hasn't shown anything else out of it so far. I'm anticipating his first pass call will be bench, but right here, we're great on the run defense. Walk those safeties down. You know, he's not going to do too much again with this. 3rd down and 8. I think right here, I'm going to go back to that. I'm actually going to go back to that same defense I just tried to run, but I'm going to be quicker in setting it up. So again, I'm going to be bringing both corners here. So again, quick over the middle, and I pick it. So like really that's all I had to worry about right there is, you know, he's going to be looking in the flats. I have double hard flats. Let's see if we can dead leg him, get back down inside the 10 to the 6. And this is our 2-score lead with ball half. So beautiful. Exactly what we want to do right there. Again, I can just kind of feel the way my opponent's playing, his tendencies, where his eyes are initially. Right there, he snaps the ball. He sees 2 guys in the flat. He panics and he throws the ball over the middle. I knew the throw was either going to the drag or the post. Those are the only 2 routes he's thrown that weren't behind the line of scrimmage. So until he shows me otherwise, we're good. This is double safety walk down. I'm actually going to, again, this is telling me man coverage unless he's doing a 2 invert. So I'm going to go post whip. And, well, I was going to throw, let's ditch it. So I'm not sure what he might have checked into something else there. That was a really nice call by him, but didn't take a hit with the quarterback. The worst part about that is I had to stop the clock. Bad game management there. Maybe I slide next time. This time I'm going to go ahead and he wants to use that D tackle, which I know you guys are probably thinking like that's a terrible strategy, but if you use a defensive lineman in this game and pull them off the line, they're actually easier to use than linebackers and safeties, as backwards as that sounds. It's not necessarily the worst strategy in the world. So we are at 14-0. Again, full control of this ball game. No, just kind of feeling out. I find that a lot of players say there's like no defense for anything in this game, and like the most basic things in the world can score on you. And the first 2 weeks I really did feel that way, but if you get good at disguising your coverages and you can, you know, over adjust, you know, to tendency, I think you're gonna be just fine. You're gonna be just fine. I haven't really had to do too much with my user in this game. I've shifted coverage calls, a combination of 3 clouds, some Tampa 2, some cover 4 match, the occasional 3 match. You know, nothing too crazy, fairly vanilla, playing off a tendency. You know, you're not going to be able to just scramble around with your quarterback forever and wait for something to bust open. So, you know, it's kind of it's a little bit more of a cerebral game, but it's not the most user-friendly game. Like I said, 22 is going to be a little bit easier to kind of user stick and control than what we're expecting. But, you know, this is pretty good. I mean, I'm playing clouds here, so we're gonna see what happens. Got a lot in the middle of the field. I'm playing Tampa 2 style coverage. He's gonna look, yeah, he's got nothing. He's very, 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 very confused. Very, very confused. Great match right there by my vertical hook on the wheel. That was really nice. Like that a lot. So right there, obviously that was a Tampa 2 look. This time we're gonna go back to that same cover 2 look. But again, I'm gonna play the hard flat trap, and I'm gonna try to bring pressure off both edges. So again, he goes quick to the flat. That's that first read. So, you know, until he sees that. Now right here, he's no huddling because he thinks he saw something. I'm gonna check into a regular Tampa. Right there, he's just, I don't know what that is. That's a bad call. Why would you no huddle and throw the same route again? Especially when it's behind the line of scrimmage. So now he's in game over territory. Gun split close pats. I'm gonna play a total mind screw right here. I'm gonna, all right, here we go. And he thought I was gonna go to the post, and I just kind of made a slight hezzy towards it. And I just sat on the drag. You know, this is ball game. It's over. It's over. Getting double safety walk down last time, it was kind of like, I think, a match call. I've got to work the middle of the field a little bit better. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Ayuk, touchdown. 21-0, ball at half. That we should be seeing a tap here pretty shortly. So I want to make sure I'm doing my wrap up stuff here in this video. Guys, if you guys like this video, make sure you guys are giving it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or complaints about things I'm doing, drop those below, man. I'm definitely down to interact. I'm trying to be better about hitting the comment section a little bit more this year. That first year running Gridiron was just so hectic and crazy. But we're getting into the flow of things here. Looking forward to Madden 22, man. Defensively, I feel like I'm in a really good spot. I'm not showing you the pressures really that I'm doing. I'm just kind of dialing up some on the fly math stuff. You know, if he's blocking 5, let's send 6. You know, timing it up is really, really key. Let's go to that corner blitz scheme again. This time I'm only going to bring it off that left side. So 5-man post. Yeah. So I'm on him. I'm on him. This is nothing. I mean, this is, yeah, I felt it. I can feel it in my bones, you know, man. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up there. 2 easier games, 2 pretty easy games, I would say. But I appreciate everybody, you know, rocking with me in, you know, the late phase of Madden 21, whatever you guys want to call it. Again, thank you so much for all the support, fellas. Sorry that today's video is not really a tip. I just kind of wanted to hop on. Like I said, I've got workers out at the house kind of doing some stuff, and you know, they went on lunch break, so I thought I'd just go ahead and hit record for about 40 minutes and see what I could come up with. You know, a little bit less editing in this video, but I hope you guys enjoyed it nonetheless. And yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow with most likely an actual tip video for you guys. So have a great night. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, this is ZAN. Get in the lab and good luck.